Yo, what up, everybody? This is the Grind2Hard Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. This is a newest episode, second episode of season 3. I think we're on like episode 72 or something like that, but thank you for watching. If you're watching, this is a entrepreneurship and motivation focus. I'm a personal chef here in El Paso, Texas. Shout out to 915. Basically, they gave me a chance as a personal chef. I had a vision to be a personal chef one day, and I got all my capital that I had saved up and went out in the world with some menus that I had created. And 6 years later, here I am. I have daily, weekly clients. I have my actual business, that keeps me alive, keeps me afloat, makes me helps me pay my bills and take care of my family. So what I do is I like to pay it forward here on the Grind2Hard Podcast, talk to other entrepreneurs, see what their story is, and kind of see what their motivation is and how they're coming along, because I hope maybe one day you hear the story and then you can kind of relate and stuff like that. So today on the Grind2Hard Podcast, we have Eric Vela. He's a owner of Moe Greens on McRae here in El Paso. It's a coffee shop. They have lots of food. They have different coffee items, matcha, and a vibe. If you guys go there, you're gonna hear great music. Let me tell you that for sure. So I just want to thank you, Mr. Eric Vela, for being on the podcast.
Thank you, Clayton. Thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely. So he is a entrepreneur, but basically he just started his own business. He has a family and figured out, you know what? I don't want to work this 9-to-5 job. I want to start my own business. So that's the respect I have for you. But, before I had that respect for you, I had respect for you as a manager or supervisor. Sorry.
I was a supervisor.
Yeah. So I put in 12 years at Costco, which was a godsend, because as a chef, we got paid basically minimum wage sometimes, and struggling for hours and things like that. So Costco was a godsend for me. You got paid $25 an hour, started getting bonuses, really taking care of my family and things like that. And, got to run into managers that, like Eric. When my memories of you were being on the front end, first of all, you were a manager that was like really on top of things, had a way of managing, but also being friendly.
Yeah, we just had to make sure we were there for the members, because without the members, we're nothing, right? They were coming in. So it's like, giving the
member service that Costco, yeah.
And then employees giving them the direction, then making sure that, that they're actually doing what they're supposed to do.
Right.
Getting these lines flowing, stuff like that. But I don't know, I did tire shop, my meat department, merchandising, pretty much everything, receiving. I mean, I was there for 19 years, and I took a lot of, what they taught me, what I've learned from them, and now I'm doing this at Moe Greens,
So to be a manager at Costco, I mean, it takes a lot. For instance, I put in 12 years and I barely got an interview for a supervisor, and it had to do with my attitude, but it also had to do with, in Costco, you have to walk a certain line. There's certain expectations they have of their employees, and so if you walk that line, you're able to move up and get certain positions and stuff like that. And it's not like they're making you slaves or anything like that. It's just that they have a corporate aspect of taking care of the members and keeping certain standards in the warehouse and stuff like that. So you were able to walk that line, and let me tell you, you're one of the best managers that I ever worked for.
Thank you, man.
Seriously, and like that one thing that I admire about you is that you were able to manage, and not only manage but get things done and productively, and then also be like friendly, like hey Clay, no, come to the side. Are you good? Like what's going on, man? There's something I can help you with. Like you need a break? Like take your break now. I was like, oh, okay, take a breath. No. Nah, I'm good. Let me go get things done. You know what I mean? Because some people carry an attitude. They just carry an attitude all day long, and their manager doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? And then that ruins morale with other people, and then it's just a cancer infestation. And I tended to be like that sometimes. You know what I mean? But you were a good manager to where be like, hey, Clay, you good? No? All right, well, let's just get the job done. You know what I mean? Like, let's do it together. You need some help or whatever. And I was like, fuck, how do I say no to that? How do I not? You know what I mean?
The better we work together, the better we are, right?
Yeah, and I think so. That's amazing of you to fucking be like that, man. And I don't know if you learned that from Costco or if that's from previous jobs or
not
family.
Really. I had my daughter at a young age. I was 17, so I guess I had to
responsibility.
It's like, what, now you're a kid, now you have a kid. Here you go. Obviously, but it's like I had to just grind since the beginning. Since I was 17, really 18. It's
damn.
Like,
so it's like that. You have that freedom. It's like you didn't even reach that 18-year-old freedom of like, oh, I could do anything. I get tattoo. I'm gonna get like, you just had a kid at 17 and like, okay, I'm hit the ground running, get a job. Pay the bills,
support. I had to take care of her. I knew what I do. It's like worked at Visto's car wash. Started doing that. Wasn't getting paid anything, but it made me who I am.
It makes sense, man. Because like when I was 17, I just didn't have any direction. Like I worked at that restaurant, luckily, but I didn't have any direction. I think you taking that initiative and being responsible to take care of your kid. Oh man, that's amazing. Because as a chef, like I had kids at like 26, and I was already into it, being a chef, and I was more mad at the world. Like I didn't have an opportunity. Like I've done the education. I work great. Like I'm a good person. Like why don't I get the opportunity? You know what I mean? And there I am working minimum, barely taking care of my family and not understanding how the actual world works. You know what I mean? So my opportunity came from a restaurant I worked at, is Landry's, and one of my coworkers was just like, "Hey Clay, you still want that job at Costco?" I was like, "Yeah, I applied." And he's like, "Well, I know somebody," and it was Brenda Bond. And so Brenda Bond gave me a interview. I forget, Vasquez. Vasquez hired me. He's like, "Wait, you have food experience? I'll pull you in the food court." Yeah. And so like the food experience had nothing to do with anything. Corporate life is just basically you are a number and you need to have a certain amount of production, and when you do that, you'll be paid well. You know what I mean? And luckily I got that job, man. I swear, like, cause like I was able to get a better salary, and we kind of like took better care of my family and stuff like that. So I see, how you took better care of that gem right there. You know what I mean? And grew as into manager roles and stuff like that. And how long were you actually like in the manager?
Well, I mean, pretty much the whole
time.
When I started there, I pretty much within 9 months I was already a forklift driver. Yeah. So I wanted to. He was my old manager, Hector. He's one time he took me to the back. He saw that I was grinding. I would work, and I did whatever it needed to happen. Right, I didn't care. I mean, they were paying me, I think, $12 back then. I was
right when you
super
started?
Happy. I was like, man, sure. At the car wash, I was getting paid $5.55 an hour. Yeah. So for me, I was like, I already had a kid. I was like, oh shit. I mean, we're good. So like, so I did whatever I could. He takes me to the back. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna show you my check. He's like, but I don't want you to think that I'm showing off to you. Right. He's like, I want to show you this because you can get this check. And he was like, and then he started telling me, like, if you get promoted to supervisor, you get paid $1 more than your highest paid employees. Like, this was like, I'm barely started, dog. I can't be a supervisor. It's Costco. Like, I already started, And just I started like, okay, if I can get paid $1 more, then what am I doing, right? Yeah, might as well go for that. Yeah. Within a year and a half, I was a supervisor. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's just like, it's like, in just putting myself out there, trying to do whatever I can, learning whatever I can. Like, hey, what do you need to do? What needs to happen? Go clean the toilets. I didn't care, whatever it took. Because I was so happy to get paid. That check, paid. Yeah, same, man. Yeah, absolutely. I mean? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I understand that. I understand that. So it's it's like just learning and then picking up. My wife, obviously, she wasn't my wife at the time, but she's a great supervisor. She was a great leader, and I would see her doing her thing up there.
We can give a shout out to Jessica.
Yeah, she's over there.
Yeah, Jessica was actually another manager over at.
She's still there. She's still stuck there. We got her. Soon. We got her.
Shout out. So, how long was your tenure at Costco in total?
19 years.
19 years, damn. Yeah, so you put in some work, and being that I worked there 12 years, and my 401k was pretty high, like you had a great incentive working there. Pretty much. You loved work. I mean, the financial side of it was great for you.
Yeah, like we had a great thing. My bad for the first before I got with my wife, I really wasn't investing in my 401k. I didn't really know anything about that stuff, and then once we got together, like she taught me. So yeah, I was going from when I got with her. We were able to like have, so it was like.
But Costco gives you that opportunity to save and stuff like that, and like you were able to like, but you have like your salary was a certain amount, and you were still making some money. Was there a certain point that like you were like, you know what, like I should start saving money for something? No,
never.
Were you ever like clocking in to Costco and be like, man, this might be the last time I clock in at Costco?
Well, I mean,
were you just fed up? Like what?
For me, what happened?
What was your route
towards the end? Like I said, for me, I was helping in different departments, right? Like, and again, I was a manager that would help, like wherever if they needed help over here. I didn't care, like no matter. Yeah. I was told everybody I'm a Costco manager. Sure. So if I'm a meat manager and I'm going to the back and I'm going to the front end and they need a key flick, I'm going to get that key flick. Yeah, for sure. I said because I'm a Costco manager. Sure. Hey, if I'm on the front end and some members complaining, and I'm up there and they ask for a manager, I'm going to ask them, hey, how can I help you? I'm a manager. Yeah. And then unfortunately, in the corporate world, that doesn't happen. The people shoot away. Oh, I'm just a bakery manager, or whatever the case may be, right? So I was always there. You know what I mean? I was wanting to do that.
Doing everything, yeah.
So it's like, and again, it's like, I was helping merchandising, in the tire shop. I was tire shop. Still responsible for both departments. I was helping my wife too, because she was a merch manager, right? Sure. So yeah,
but helping everybody, right?
Yeah. And then it just got to a point where like they were asking me for more, and then more, and then more, and then more, and then more, and I was like, man. And then, but my wife's over there telling me, I've been telling you, stop working so hard. I was like, I just can't, like my body.
So like, what's your motivation though? I mean, like you're like, I got to get this check at that point. Cause I know before when you first started, you were like, you know what, this is a great check. Why wouldn't I do all this stuff? You know what I mean? So now you're at the end of it and you're like, not thinking that anymore. You're more like my value is a little higher as a person and my work, right?
My biggest thing is like, I'm putting I'm tearing my body up because I'm in the meat cooler and whatever I'm doing, right? I'm doing it for Costco, right?
Sure.
And it's like, for me, it's like I can do that for myself. You know what I mean? I can do that for, like, I'm coming in here and I'm already fed up. I'm starting to become the employee that I didn't want to be. I look at the employees that I would talk shit about before and be like, oh man, this guy sucks or this girl sucks, whatever, right? I started calling in. I started being late.
Sure.
I didn't care, man. And I said, for me, it's like, I was like, what am I doing? I'm turning into these people that I will talk shit about. And I just told myself, like, I can't do that. And I have my wife telling me, it's like, what's wrong with you? It's like, I'm just not happy. And I still have now to my homies still tell me now, like, why'd you leave Costco money? I was like, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's not about the money. And for a long time, I thought it was. I thought I could never do more than Costco. I thought that was it. I thought I'd be.
Dude, that's the first place I ever made $50,000. Let me tell you straight up.
So it's like again, I was like, I was so grateful, but I know that I have given Costco what in return what they've given me. That we have a great life. We have a great house. My kids are healthy. We have great insurance. I mean, shout out to Costco. I love Costco.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
It's like, and they taught me a lot of what I have. What we're doing at Moe Greens. They've taught me that, and I've taken that. Yes, I have to retain it, and then. Spread it out to my employees, my son and my daughter. Shout out to my son and my daughter, Eric and Yana, because they're without them, they wouldn't. This vision, like we talked to them and they're like, hey, this is what we want to do. We want to get a coffee shop, and they're like, okay, they did that and they helped us with that.
So the coffee shop, was it like a late night epiphany? Did you wake up and you had a nightmare, or you had it was like or did somebody slap you in the head and be like, yo, just do it, go whatever it is, go do it?
I think for me, my biggest thing was my wife's always wanted a coffee shop.
Oh, actual coffee shop, like she said,
right or no?
So you manifested it.
So we always when we go out of town, we go to town a lot.
You check out different coffee shops.
We always go to local coffee shops, stuff
nice.
like that, and we go try their coffee, stuff like that. So it's something that we do. Even we went to Seattle, we went to like the first Starbucks.
So you might have mentioned to each other, man, it'd be cool to have a coffee shop.
Well, I mean, it was like, when she told me, I know she always wanted one. You know what I mean? But I was like, I never really thought about, I was like, I never thought that we would get one right away.
Sure.
I was like, okay, well, who's gonna run it, whatever, right? But then I started thinking, like, she started looking at different coffee shops, and she saw that I wasn't happy at Costco anymore. So he was like, well, we got to do something. And I was just like going through emotions. I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna just stuck here, And then she started nailing me and telling me, we can do something, and
so you went from no motivation, right? Like you were just walking like a zombie into work, clocking out.
I was done, man. Like I said in it, but again, I was still not motivated, but I was still fucking shit up at work. Like I was still going to Costco and I was still doing my job more than still doing my thing.
Yeah.
But I was just,
fucking up, like doing the best you could. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But again, I was just like, like a zombie.
So like that's what I'm saying. So like I was there, dude. I had zero motivation. I got in a fight with one of the managers in the bakery, dude. Like it was zero motivation to do anything right in a way. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, I can just start my own business. And my first step was I bought a backpack. It was a knife sack from Amazon, and it was a gift card I got for Christmas. And with that gift card, I was like, dude, $50. All right, I'll use the other 50, and I'll get this backpack. And when I got the backpack, bro, the backpack is what like set me. I was like, dude, I'm gonna be a chef. I'm gonna walk in to somebody's house with this backpack, dude. And I was just like, dude, this is gonna happen. Like nothing stopping me at that point. So I went from zero motivation and hating my life and hating everything that was going on in my life. And I was like, dude, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do this. And go ahead, but I mean, did you have that moment? No, I'm just saying at that point, man, you see who your friends are. You see who is in your side. You see, what people are made of, you know what I mean? Because you start telling people, this is what I'm gonna do, and they're like, whoa, what the fuck? You're gonna leave Costco? You're gonna leave your benefits? You're gonna leave, you know what I mean?
I was lucky enough to have.
How do you know what's gonna work? You know what I mean? What if you go broke?
Yeah, I mean, what if we don't make it tomorrow? You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly the truth, man. What if tomorrow a comet hits the earth, bro? Did you do it all you wanted to do?
I can say like I said, I mean, my wife. I was lucky to have my wife. Like I said, I just heard something from my friend Johnny last week that told me, hey, with a great wife, anything is possible.
Absolutely, dude.
And it's like, and I'm living that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, if, she gets me going, and you know what I mean? Like I said, again, I was gonna lose the Costco money, but then I saw my wife that was willing to say, hey, you know what? Go ahead and go.
That's gold, man. That's gold.
Says, you're not happy.
That's
you're not
gold,
happy.
Man.
You can go ahead and go, and and I'm gonna support you. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, definitely. And that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as like, if you guys are out there and you're wondering, like, what does it take to be an entrepreneur or just start something on your own? I mean, it takes a companion. It could be even your mother that actually like supports you in a way that's not like, normal, and you're because they know you through and through. They know your soul and what you're actually like going for. It's not a money grab. It's not like, oh, I want to be famous or something like that. It's something from your soul where you're saying, I want to do this, and then they see it and they're like, got your back, bro. And then you just feel it. It's not like you have to ask for it or anything like that. It's just there and stuff like that, man. That companionship is something else, man. And I think I missed out on that. Just because I was lost in my head. One of the things that helped me was meditation to kind of ground myself and then understand what was good in life. You know what I mean? So I had a vision and I went up as a personal chef, but with meditation, I was able to ground myself through all that stuff. So, but yeah, definitely shout out all companions that are helping out entrepreneurs or anybody with a vision, artists, stuff like that. Cause like, you know, we need that, you know what I mean? Like, and daily too, because we're doubting ourselves, you know, even though in our eyes, we're saying that we got this, you know, and we're in our heart, we're like, oh fuck, do we, you know what I mean? So that makes a big difference, dude.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I think you say, did I ever have that moment of like, okay, we're doing this, right? It's like when we actually bought the coffee shop.
Sure.
You know, we went, we looked at one other coffee shop that we were thinking about getting, and then, you know, they wanted too much, so we was like, okay, you know what, let's, you know, what's the other option? Let's wait, let's pump the brakes. You know? And then the next day, my sister-in-law calls, tells my wife, hey, they're selling this coffee shop. What they said it was. So, you know, so they go, we check it out, and then we start talking to them, and I'm like, okay, you know, so me and my wife said, you know, let's do it.
Nice.
So that was pretty much my, like, you know, once we started getting in there, because we pretty much gutted it, you know, we liked the bar, we liked the wall, the brick wall's a brick wall in there. It's not a big place, but it's like, we can make this work.
Yeah. What was your vision at that moment when you were like gutting it in your head and like doing all that stuff? What did you see?
She, my pretty much honestly, since my wife's always wanted a coffee shop, she was looking at something like she's always on to integrate plants, right? Plants with the coffee, right? And that's one thing that whenever we're there, like, okay, this place is called Moe Greens. I was like, okay, like what a coincidence.
Yeah, you guys.
I mean, it's like even though that it's not for that, right? They named it for the Godfather, right?
Right. That's right.
But it just seemed to fit for us.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I guess you guys do something called plant propagation night too.
Yeah, we have plant propagation night coming up. We have Matthew House going to do some bonsai. You pay $35. You can take your own. Create your own bonsai. He shows you how to make it. He's going to give a class, and then you take your bonsai with you.
Pretty cool, man. So you're integrating what you guys like. You know what I mean? Like you're bringing something that you like into the shop, and then intertwining that with your crowd. Yeah. With your clients and people that come in. So, that's great, man. I think that's the vibe, because when I went and stopped by, first of all, I had great matcha. They have, you know, I had vanilla matcha. They made it exactly how I wanted it and stuff like that with the cold foam and everything. And then sitting down, it's a vibe, man. You guys got that good music in there, man.
Yeah, we're a house coffee shop. You know, I do DJ also. Okay. My friend Kevin, Shake and Bake.
Oh, right.
For Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake. You can catch them local spots too. You guys pop up here and there.
Yeah, we play on that when we play like plant propagation night. We're actually playing live out there. You know?
Okay.
So we have our events. We're playing live out there.
Yeah, guys. So Moe Greens is over there on Sims and McRae.
Yeah.
It's in like a El Plaza.
For anybody that knows it from El Paso, where Pancho's used to be.
Right, there you go.
Corner from there, we're next to Sun City Poker. Yeah, so it's like we're right there. It's like we have, avocado toast, we have lattes. We have everything. Honestly, my kids made the menu. Honestly, like everything we have, and
a comfortable atmosphere. They do play music, but it's at a comfortable level. Like I came in, had a nice matcha before I went to work and stuff like that. But and then the food was pretty good, man.
Yeah,
I get a bagel on the go and stuff
like that. Better than
pretty
good.
It's pretty good. It's great. It's excellent.
Like,
5 stars.
Just try it out. Look
Come
at
on,
our.
bro. I'm a chef, man. People are gonna be like,
I'm a chef too. I'm a chef. It's like,
no, guys. If you guys, there's coffee shops here that have food, but they have a great menu and it's great food. Honestly, like the panini I had, the bagel. And then some dessert. I can't remember exactly.
I love your cream cheese bagel, but there was a cookie dough.
No, I had a dessert.
Berries and cream.
Bavarian cream. There you go.
Berries and cream.
Berries and cream.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah.
With him, berry. Yeah, I know. But he loves his
matcha.
Yeah, and your bagels with cream cheese.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I gotta hit Sprouts a bunch, so I'm like, let me get matcha real quick, and then bagel.
Thank you for the support, man. Honestly, like I said,
for sure.
The positivity that we've had, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like, again, I can't thank everybody enough that's been supporting us for the last 8 months. It's been a great experience,
Yeah, dude. Trust me, I know, man. Like, and I call it like a mountain. It's one of those things that when you start, like, okay, I got a vision, I'm gonna do this, and it's like, boom, like you climb the mountain and you get to like this peak, and you're like, okay, I reached something, but like you look up again, there's so much more, right? There's so much more things to do. Even if you reach a goal that you had, like plant propagation night, or even having like a car show, right? You guys are gonna do a car show on the 26th.
Yeah, we have a car show coming up also. We're gonna be doing that. We're gonna have some cars out there, and then we're gonna just something's more like a meetup. You know, we have some the bikers are gonna come out, like some motorcycles, some bikes. I mean, it's gonna be really nice there. It's gonna be nice. We're gonna have maybe a couple of vendors. They don't want too much vendors because we want to have space for the cars and people to walk around and stuff. But you know, we're lucky enough for our neighbors in our parking lot are able to let us get some spots in there. So we're they're not really like, hey, you know what, like everybody there is in that. And
it helps promote business. Yeah, for sure. They can see what's going on. Yeah,
you know, but it's again, I mean, we've just been doing little things. We're gonna have like a Pokemon Go event, anime event, like we have just whatever we can, right?
What motivates you to kind of like do stuff like that?
I mean, we just want to get in there, man. We want to be for everybody. We want to show everybody that we're here for the community. It's like, you know, exactly. Community events, different. Yeah. It's like, you know, it's like, yeah, maybe we don't do that. We don't watch anime, but doesn't mean that, you know, people don't.
Your coffee drinkers don't, right? Exactly.
I mean, that's, you know, we had a BTS event. I was like, I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that, man. That's awesome.
Again, I mean, it's like, you know, we had some Megan come in and ask us, hey, we want to have an event. You know, we want to have like a little. I guess their CD was going to come out and they're ready to come to El Paso, so they wanted to have like a listening party. Sure. So I was like, well, on it's a Saturday, I can't have you inside because all my clients that are coming in already, I can't have you inside, so we can set something outside. So they got 20 vendors. I mean, it was BTS vendors. They were doing they were setting up tattoo appointments for BTS tattoos.
That's what's up. I mean, I was like, hey, they got a following. You got to, hey, that's your community too. So you got to, you know, promote it.
So, I mean, we're here for, you know, we're bringing back something to the community that I feel like's lost. Like, you know, where you get great customer service. You know, and you come in, hey, how are you? How's it going? You know, it's like I don't feel like that's something that's lost already. It's a lost art. You know, it's like even a simple hello or thank you very much goes a long way.
Dude, that's an absolute 100% on my end. My grandfather was one who taught me about like. He wasn't in the service industry, but just how service is about, you know what I mean? Like he used to write to the newspaper about tipping and stuff like that. And, you know, trying to figure out like what motivates, you know, service in this town. But like right now, I think it's just money. I don't think it's about service really. It's about money. So I'm glad you're changing that because personally with my personal chef service, it's all about service. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a great way to go. As a business owner, you have to figure out all these channels and how to, you know, not manipulate them, but like take care of them. For instance, like we're talking about having events and stuff like that. So that's like marketing, right? I mean, I mean, do you think of it as marketing too?
Oh yeah, I think about it marketing. I mean, obviously we want more people coming in, and it's like, and the great thing is like I'm having people come in to us and asking us, hey, can we do this? Hey, and
that we have vision of the brand.
They're seeing that we actually like care, like we care, like we, you know, we really do genuinely care. Yeah. So it's like I think they obviously see that. So like, hey, well, what can we do here? Even though it's not related to coffee, but what can we do? You know what I mean? And that's an awesome feeling. Like even with the coffee expo last weekend, we went. It's like, I mean, they invited us to that. We went. We were sampling, you know, coffees and matchas all day. You know, it was, man, just the positivity. And people going in like, oh, we've been to your shop before. We've been to your shop before.
They just support you, right?
It's like my daughter and my wife made some tumblers, right, with some like candy in there. Yeah. And they had put a gift card in there. So then they, you know, we were like, oh, we've been to your shop. And they're like, oh, then, you know, what kind of music do we play there? Like, like a little quiz, you know? And they're like, oh, well, I don't know. And I'm like, it was like, but I know I saw a DJ playing on the TV, and I was like, well, what kind of music do DJs
I think
play?
You know, I think you're missing out on like some branding here. Like you're with your glasses, and then you're wearing green. I mean, you should change your name to Moe Green.
Nah.
You should be Moe Green. I mean, honestly, you should be Moe Green, dude.
No, I can't do it.
DJ Moe Green or whatever it is, gotta be, man.
Yeah, but it's like I'm telling you, like even people coming like, oh, like they're putting tickets in your jar, right? If you're the best, if they've considered you the best coffee shop, or the best roaster,
they're just giving you love, huh?
And now this was just, oh, I'm not even gonna taste nobody's coffee, and then throwing it in. I'm like, what the hell?
That's love, you know what I mean? But I think that's what you've been putting into, like I said, since I met you, like you've been putting love out there and not really like caring about like getting it back. You know what I mean? So like that's a good trait to have, honestly.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. How about networking? Have you like in a business? I know you're a great like friendly likewise, but how about business networking? Have you noticed?
My wife's been making me go to it's a very uncomfortable for me, like to go out there.
Oh, dude, it's so uncomfortable, man.
I've been to, you know,
entrepreneur events.
I've been doing some going like some like real estate ones.
Oh,
stuff like that. So
man, that's so uncomfortable, man. I hate doing those because like, personally, I just hate like standing up and everybody like, oh, meet the next person next to you. Like, hey, dude, it's so bad. Like I'm not good at that, man. I'm really bad at that, and I've been to a couple events and just kind of hung my hand on them.
We had one too where it was like a bingo event. We went, right, but it was like me and my daughter went. Yeah, and. They go and they were like, okay, well, they're talking and stuff, and then, you know, we're talking, people are coming, talking to you, and then they're playing bingo, and then she passes us the mic. And I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? I was like, what is like? So I might
karaoke, dog. Yeah, so I tell my daughter,
I may be right. I told my daughter, I was like, hey, here, take this. So like she's like, what? So like we're like back and forth, and I started talking a little bit, and then But again, it's uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, it is. It's very uncomfortable.
It's like now I'm on the mic and nobody else is talking.
Yeah.
It's like.
Well, and then we're on a podcast just talking like nothing, dude. It's just one of those things. This is one of those things. I mean, honestly, like if you put me in an entrepreneur event and I have to meet new people, I'm horrible at it.
Yeah.
I've been doing the podcast. I like meeting new people. I like interviewing people. I don't know how that works, dude.
That's cool. I mean, like I said, we all have our thing, right?
I guess so, man. Honestly, like I think it's like more, like I said, I do things that are organic. I'm not trying to be a podcaster. I'm not trying to be famous or anything like that. I just want to talk to other entrepreneurs and kind of jam. You know what I mean?
And honestly, I've been like, the positivity, man. I'm telling you, I know you go back to saying how you were negative at Costco, and to see the change in you, the positivity.
Yeah.
That's fucking badass.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Because I did have like a sour attitude at Costco, but just because like I wasn't, but I just wasn't. I wasn't meant to be there. You know what I mean? Like the check was good, and I felt like I was taking care of my family, but I just was not meant to be there, man. And I felt that every day, and until the day I left, you know what I mean? Until I was able to like. It was just weird, man. But everything has a reason because I needed to take care of my family. There was a time before I was at Costco that I was selling cars. I was at different restaurants, just bouncing out around different restaurants, man. It was just really, really bad. It was really bad, you know what I mean? Especially being a father, like I had 2 newborn babies at the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
and I do tell you, I remember you leaving, and I'm like, "What? You're leaving, dog?" You're like, "You're leaving Costco money."
Oh, the 20th, the 2020 and 20. Oh yeah, whatever I left. Yeah. I left in 20. No, I left in 2023.
And then now I have people telling me, "You're leaving that Costco."
Yeah,
money.
right. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, man. Yeah, and then
again, it's like you helped me. You did, like I said, even not knowing, right, not willing, no, you did, like you leaving. I was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, it's possible, man. Yeah, I hope that I show that from leaving Costco, because like a lot of people are like, you're leaving Costco, like it's a lot of people are just wondering, like, how are you gonna leave those type of things on the table? It's like, no, because I see a better future. Like I know I'm leaving this, but I see a better future, like a bigger vision. They're like, oh.
And it was hard for me to see that for a long time, honestly. Like not because she's sitting over here, but my wife, she's been on me. She's like, hey, you gotta be positive. And the same thing, like you say, the law of attraction, all that stuff. She's been, and now she's like, I've been telling you this a long time, and like, again, it's like, it's just hard for me to get that.
I'm a like, I don't know, passionate person. I've changed a lot of things in my life, like as far as like my attitude and like just things that I've done. But like one thing I can't change is I'm very passionate. Like once I get into something, I'm very passionate about it. So I don't know, it's just one of them things, dude. Like I can't change. You know,
that's
what I mean?
Good though, right? You know what I mean? It's like it's created who we are, right? It's like,
for sure.
Doing the stuff we do, like I tell them, like even I tell my kids all the time, like they're gonna take a picture of the sandwich if it doesn't look good, and if it looks good, they're gonna take a picture of it also.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
said, so that shit hasn't looked, and again they tell me sometimes, Dad, what? Look at this.
It all matters. Yeah, it all matters. Yeah,
which
honestly,
is great, and I do, and I love that. I love that about them, and it's like even though like my kids work with me, it's my daughter, my son, and my daughters, like they just, it's just they keep me on my toes.
Keep teaching them, man.
Other people tell me all the time, like, oh, you're the boss, right? It's like, maybe we help each other.
Yeah, bet.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's a group, right? Where again, something else that's lost. Nobody wants to work as a team anymore.
Yeah, that's for sure. I wonder why that is. I don't know. People say, oh, Gen X, Gen Z, they don't. But I think it's a matter of being leaders. We just have to figure out how to be better leaders. Me personally, like I've gone through a couple of chefs in the past years, but like I think I'm always like changing. Like, oh, I need to be a better coach. You know what I mean? Even though I told them 100 times, like I need to sit down and tell them one more time and make sure that it's concise and watch them do it the right way. You know what I mean? It's just you just have to be a better leader. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Like all these businesses are talking about like generation this and that. It's like, no, my actually kids that are in that generation, they're not like that. Shout out my daughter Skylar. She just graduated. I think I shouted her again. But from last podcast, but she got a job she graduated and got a job right away. She's been working all summer, and I'm like, what the hell? I was not like that, bro. I was not like that, but she's a different, different breed. Yeah, and then she's the one who tried to get, or she actually strived her best to get state, but fell a little bit short. But like her mother, and you know what I mean. So it's a different generation. You know what I mean? Everybody sees one generation and they learn the good and bad and they try to take it to the next. You know what I mean? So give everybody a chance and just figure out what you can do to be a better leader. That's what I believe, honestly.
It's like,
so
I tell them again, it's like I go like I have 5 kids, right? 4 girls, 1 boy. You know what I mean? So it's like we've had to show them. It's like, and I see them and I'm like, okay, these little, we've taught them right. Seeing them like, cause they are hard workers. You know what I mean? It's like, and again, like they see their mom works like a dude. You know what I mean? I'd rather work with her mom than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, and again, they see that. and my daughter see that. So it's like my daughter's like, okay, you know, like I got to be like my mom. I got to work like my mom, and that's awesome.
You guys set the benchmark. Honestly, yeah,
So
they see what it takes to be successful in the way that you guys are.
So we do, like I said, it's again leadership, right? Again, because we're pretty much leading them.
Yeah,
so
setting precedent for sure.
I gotta do this all the time. But
so let me ask you a question. It's kind of two parts, but as far as motivation wise, like what motivates you as a father, and then what motivates you as a business owner, like a father, husband, and then what motivates you as a business owner?
Well, I guess as a father, I mean, now I'm gonna be a grandpa. I don't know. So
nice.
That's what's up. So I'm not gonna be. We're gonna my oldest daughter.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. So at first I didn't think I was gonna be so happy about it, but yeah, I guess now it's growing on me a little bit.
Oh, you call yourself a grandpa, man? That's pretty cool.
My wife said grandma. You know what I mean? So it's like I have to follow her the direction. You know.
That's what's up. Exactly.
Yeah. Dude. So it's like we're having the gender reveal next Saturday, right?
Nice.
So it's like I'm excited about that. So like that helps me. You know, my kids like they've done so much for me. Like my daughter, like I said, you go back like. You know, there's always a moment that happens in your life. Like, you know, I was having a kid at 17, and if I was on the wrong road. You know, like if she wasn't for having my daughter, I would have probably been in jail.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but that's
you were on a bad road.
Yeah. So that's what saved me.
Everything happens for a reason.
Even though I saw her and like, oh shit, I gotta get my shit on. You know, and so like, boom, that moment, right? So it's like, and now like with my grandbaby coming too, I think that's gonna be a big thing. You know, it's like no more kids, just grandkids.
Just
yeah, but it's no, but again, it's like I don't know, the love that even when it comes to like DJing, man, like I'm telling you, my kids and my wife, like they're my biggest critics, right? So like they're like, oh man, you know, you're doing.
They're your biggest supports too. I see them there at all your shows and stuff like that.
So they're like there, and they're like, okay, well, you know, even if it wasn't so great or whatever, they'll tell me, right? And it's just like in the way that they look up to me, man. It's like I have to make sure that I'm up here, right?
Yeah, keep that momentum. Like, not lose your momentum. Yeah, for sure.
So they're looking at me like, oh, Dad's invincible. Like, no, I'm not. But like,
I'm human.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's just the way that they, you know, so they just in the you know, just. I mean, like they're just, you know, they're so proud of me, right? And I can see that in them, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So just, I mean, they help. That's what.
And there's so many of them, man.
Yeah, I know. So and then my nephew. I have so many nephews.
Yeah, and you take care of them all the time too, man. You're fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, it's like I tell them my godson Gio,
yeah,
Santi, right?
Yeah,
Chanelli.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're all gonna love you the way you treat them. Like you snap, you put them on blast on Snap, but it's hilarious, dude. It's hilarious, man. Seriously.
Yeah, it's like like I said, and my family and it's not, you know, they're my family now, but remember, it's Jessica's family that took me and my kids, and you know the way that they love us, they support us, and they show us like it wasn't something that we're used to.
Even your family, they're 49er fans. You seem to support them too. I was gonna say, like, you know, praise for that one, dude. I mean,
they all got, you know, it's like I can't believe it.
Yeah,
like,
but no, I just want to give you love.
We didn't force it's like I appreciate it.
It's gotta be tough, man. Seriously.
It's like we were not used to that. I'm like, hey, your family's weird. They get along, and I'm like, she's like, no, it's normal. Like, you're supposed to be like this, you know. So to me, I'm like. So like again, it's like
does she understand yet that the Cowboys, this is their year? Does she understand this?
This year where it's our year.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
You're right here. Too hard. Cowboys, get your shit together.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Hey, we're on the come up. It just bleeds into the Cowboys too. You know what I'm saying?
I've been coming up for too long. Yeah, but no, like
so as a business owner, I was gonna say on the flip side, like, you know, I'm sure you wake up and like you do your family thing, and then you're on your way to work. Even if you're with your family, like what motivates you to be that boss?
I think right now, like, well, obviously I want to teach, you know, we want to, like I said, bring back the community, like, you know, like, hey, we're, like, you know, this customer service coming in and all that, like, hey, the quality food, you get something you pay for. How many times you go somewhere and you pay $20 for food and you're getting it shit, and you're like, man, I should have just made my food at home.
Right. Oh, tons of time. Oh, a lot of times.
Like, you know, it's like you would throw that money away, and it's like, and then like, so it's like we're making sure if you come in the Moe Greens, you're gonna get what you pay for, and you know, you're gonna get quality food. You know, you're gonna get fresh stuff. You know, it's like we care about what you're getting. You know,
what's up.
Even like you said, we have, you know, whatever you need. You know, salsa. I smoke green salsa. Everybody says everybody loves it.
Let's talk about that for a second, dude. Because like, shout out Chef Tony, man. He actually goes to that direction of personal chefing and catering, but his main source of income is actually salsas, man. And he makes different types of salsas. So don't even think that that's just like a little commodity or something like that, man. You can turn that into something big, man. Where did that come from?
It's actually crazy because I thought, you know, we're serving sandwiches, right? And every time I'd go somewhere to eat a sandwich, as you know, as a kid, I would go to Schlossky's, right? So they always had Louisiana hot sauce for my chips. You know what I mean? So I was like, I have to have chips if I have to have hot sauce if I'm gonna have chips. Yeah. And I started thinking, we're in El Paso, we're Mexicans, we love salsa. I was like, you know, how can I not have salsa in El Paso restaurant?
Sure. So let me provide that for my,
you know. So then I started thinking, I smoke a lot of briskets and stuff like that. You know, like I like to smoke, you know, meat and stuff like that. So briskets, ribs.
Anything else you smoke? Like pork, salmon or?
No, I mean, pretty much everything.
Everything? Nice. Yeah. That's what's up.
So then I started thinking, like, why don't I smoke this salsa?
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? So and then I just threw honestly, and I just started throwing in there, boom, boom, and then one thing led to another, and after another was like, do you sell the jar? And I'm like, yeah, I think I have. I obviously had to sell a jar, so I went back there, started getting the jar that I had back there. No, I only had one with the top. Yeah, I was like, here you go, put a little top in it. But yeah, I mean, people have been buying it.
So you have salsa for your guests and stuff like that. But
so
then
if you want salsa, we have it there for like if you want it, for the sides or whatever. Yeah. But people have been buying jars of this stuff.
That's what's up. That's what's up, dude. Have that available, man. Seriously, I bet you a lot of people will. Because so for instance, like both my mom's side of the family and my dad's side of the family, both my grandmas would make their own salsa like every week. You know what I mean? There was a certain jar that had their specific salsa, and even like rajas, like different types of salsa and stuff like that. So if next generation's not making it and you can provide it, man, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? It's because it takes that extra roast, that extra smoke or whatever to put that extra love into it, because anybody can grab produce from the grocery store, throw it in a blender, and then call it salsa.
And honestly, for me, like, and then we go back to the quality, right? I really care. Like I tell you, like when we have like family gatherings, my wife's like, oh, it's because you just care so much about it. I was like, well, I want to make sure everything's bomb.
Yeah, for sure, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like we're getting everything together. It's like but it's like so whenever we're in the transition about leaving Costco, she was like, I really feel like this would fit you because you care about people. Like you're gonna make a sandwich, but yes, you care about it. So it's gonna fulfill you. And she was right.
Yeah, no, that makes a big difference. And don't ever think it doesn't. Like I think restaurants might go on this curve of like caring, and then they make a certain profit, and they're like, oh, I just keep doing the same thing, and then they level out. You know what I mean?
Even though we have like other people coming in, like we're just we're having them help us. We have our Genesis. She's married to my Jessica's stepbrother. So she's coming in and she's helping us, man. She's doing a great job, and she's doing the same thing we're doing.
Okay.
So nice. I tell them all the time, like, hey, whenever you're making this, it has to be like, if we're making it, it can't be like, okay, you know what, Clayton, make me a sandwich.
Yeah, like-minded, man. Yeah. So they let people know your vision, man. Let people know awesome, that's your vision of Moe Greens. If you guys are, coffee drinkers here in El Paso, you guys want a good cup of coffee with some good food, good vibes, and then also good service. You know what I mean? Stop by Moe Greens. At least try it out because they're a local brand, and then also they're mom and pop. They just one day said let's open this place up, and they're doing it with love. Everything they have on there is with love. Even the bagel, they toast it up for you, put that cream cheese on there with love. So check them out if you can. Mr. Eric, I really appreciate you being on the podcast and talking about your journey into entrepreneurship. Got to have you on again because I know you said 5-year plans is crazy, but 10-year plan is even crazier, right?
Yeah, no, right now too. I'm thinking like coming up soon. We're gonna do a Mobile Greens mobile. Like Greens. We're gonna do so we're gonna.
I've seen that before. That works.
Going, so that's gonna be in the works right now. We're gonna get that going soon. Probably with so that's like right now we're streamlining everything where everything's working where it needs to be, right? So now we're just fine tuning it, right?
It's so badass to see that too, because like I've seen you as a badass manager helping everybody out, and now you're an entrepreneur with your own business, and now you're gonna help out the community, but also kind of cultivate your brand and your employees and stuff like that, and then take care of your family. Dude, much respect, seriously, man. Thanks for being on the podcast. Seriously,
thank you very much, guys. Please
absolutely
visit us at Moe Greens. Shout out again to my wife, my kids, like I said, little Eric and Yana, they started off, they're running it for the first couple months by themselves. They're doing their thing. And, if it wasn't for them doing that and,
great social media presence too.
Like she does the social media, she gets down on that. So you guys got to hit her up on that. She can do it.
Seriously.
And again, it's like, but again, Clayton.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate you.
And then go Cowboys, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
We them boys.
Gotta do it. Sorry, gotta do it. But thanks everybody. I appreciate y'all. Even if you're not a Cowboys fan, I still love you. And from now on, if you're watching the podcast, please just keep going, stay positive, stay motivated, because it's not easy out there. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, seriously, like life is rough, but keep going, stay positive, and stay motivated. Peace out, y'all. Stay up.